In our webinar today, I'm going to show you how we can track all the in-context activities and events in Salesforce that arise from our social collaboration with leads and customers. Let's start with a lead. Okay, well, I've got a fresh lead here that's just come in a few minutes ago. Our policy is always to reach out to new leads if they provide a phone number with a voice call. You'll notice on the sidebar, I have an application running called Salesamp. That's our complete calling and collaboration software as a service. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and click to call on this lead phone number.
Hello, you have reached
That
Shelley
went straight to
Winters.
voicemail.
I'm unable to come to the phone at the moment. Please leave your number and I'll call you back.
At the tone, please record your message. When you are finished recording, you may hang up or press pound for more options.
Hi, Shelley. It's Mark Klagenberg from Utribo. I'm just following up on your web inquiry. I'm going to send you an email with a meeting request invitation link. Look forward to talking to you soon. Bye now. Let's take a look at what we've done. I'll just reload the page here. And you can see that we've got some activity going on here. We have one outgoing call to Shelley's phone. And looks here, there's some detail associated with the call. And okay, well, we've got activity. All right, well, let's move on to sending that meeting invitation request we talked about in the voicemail we left for Shelley. We're going to use a product called TimeTrade for this. TimeTrade was founded in 2000 and it's based out of Tewksbury, Massachusetts. They have about 70 employees and they help businesses with online appointment scheduling. I was able to get a free TimeTrade trial account, install the TimeTrade Salesforce connector, and configure it with my Google Calendar as well in a few minutes. TimeTrade has a lot of capabilities, but one of the features they have is the ability to offer a one-off meeting request invitation. So let's get started with that. All right. This is a TimeTrade custom button. And it's going to go ahead and initiate. Okay, we're now in the TimeTrade email initiation wizard, where we can send a one-off meeting request invitation to this lead. The wizard walks you through the process of sending out an email appointment invitation. First, select the type of meeting you want to have, and then begin to compose. You'll notice that in the TimeTrade email editor, the Send To field is automatically populated with the lead's name and their email address, in this case, Shelley. You can now enter whatever text you'd like into the body of the email. So I'm going to erase the text that's in here. I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to grab some text that I previously wrote and paste it in. I'd also like to mention that this is just one way that you can use TimeTrade. TimeTrade can also be integrated into your Salesforce email templates. Take note of the schedule button here. This is also going to show up in the email that we send, and I'll show you that in a moment. Choose the duration of this meeting, and more importantly, choose the times that you want to make available for the meeting. Pick the times that work best for you. A gray block or busy block on the availability grid represents another TimeTrade meeting, a meeting in your Salesforce calendar, or your Google Calendar, depending on what calendars you've integrated with TimeTrade. Click to send the email, and then click Close, and you'll be returned to the lead page you started at. At Utribo, we're using TimeTrade to set up meetings at the upcoming Dreamforce. Let's go back to our leads activity history. Wow, there's more activities. And the best part is, we didn't do any extra work. In fact, we did less work to get them there. All meeting invitations and subsequent appointments made with TimeTrade are logged in Salesforce. Let's take a look at the email invitation from Shelley's perspective. Let me pull up the email that I created and sent to Shelley. Here we go. And here's the meeting button I mentioned before. Let's click the button. This takes me to a calendar that shows the time spots I set up when I sent out the invitation. Shelley picks a time that works for her, and she'll have to enter a phone number for this particular meeting. Shelley can give the meeting a final review and then click Submit. After Shelley reviews the appointment, she confirms and is given a confirmation code and an opportunity to place the meeting in her appointment calendar. So we just booked and confirmed a meeting with Shelley with no phone tag. Let's take a quick look back at the lead page in Salesforce. You'll notice that there is a new event under the leads open activities, and it represents the TimeTrade appointment that was just booked. So anytime during appointments, show up on the corresponding lead or contact page and as events on the Salesforce calendar. That's the appointment scheduling process using the TimeTrade connector for Salesforce. Okay, everybody, stand up, do a stretch. We're going to actually move ahead in time to the day of the appointment. Looks like Shelley's calling in as planned. Excellent. Hi, Shelley. Nice to meet you over the phone.
Hello, Mark. Same to you. We've been looking into your product, and we're interested in your premium offering.
Excellent, Shelley. How can I help you move forward?
I now need a formal proposal I can pass around.
Shelley, I can put a formal proposal together and send it to you via email pretty quickly. Would that help?
I look forward to seeing it from you. Bye now.
That was a great call. You'll notice Shelley called me on Salesamp. Each Salesamp user gets their own unique phone number that they can receive incoming calls from leads and contacts. And once again, you'll see here that Salesamp has logged the inbound call from Shelley. All right, well, Shelley wants a proposal, so I think it's time to turn this into an opportunity. You know what? This opportunity looks great. So I'm just going to put a little chatter note in because I know my boss likes to look at newly converted opportunities. All right. Well, I'm going to take a moment to show you how you can use the Email to Salesforce tool built into Salesforce, absolutely free, to put all of the attachments and emails you send to your customers into your activity log in Salesforce. First thing to do is to go to Administration Setup under Email Administration and look for the Email to Salesforce settings. This will allow us to place a record of emails we send to our clients into Salesforce and also forward emails we receive from clients into Salesforce. What we want to do here is activate the Email to Salesforce settings. I'm not going to send a notification here simply because I've done this before. The next step is to go to Personal Setup and look at My Email to Salesforce. Under My Email to Salesforce, you'll see this tremendously long email address. Salesforce uses this email address to route messages to the appropriate location within Salesforce. We're going to enter all the emails, including aliases, we may use to send emails to our clients. These must be entered, otherwise the emails will not be properly processed by Salesforce. And we're going to make some decisions about the email that we put in Salesforce. I can choose to route all the mail that comes into Salesforce into unresolved items and manually process them myself. However, that's not very productive. I prefer to automate this as much as possible. So I'm going to maximum automate here. Okay, let's go ahead and save this. Okay, we're back to the extremely long email. I'm going to go ahead and capture this, and because I'm going to use it shortly. Whenever we include this email address in an email that we forward or that we send to a customer in blind carbon copy or carbon copy, Salesforce will be copied on the email. At Utribo, we use the Email to Salesforce tool to capture all important inbound and outbound documents and put them in Salesforce. Also, important emails from the customer that tend to change the status of an opportunity. Let's get back to sending our proposal. By the way, don't try and remember that email address. Just put it in your address book. We'll add the proposal as an attachment. Okay, and now let's take a look in Salesforce and see where it's landed. And let's see what's happened here. Okay, we can see here that the email has been logged in Salesforce along with its attachment. Okay, well, let's jump ahead. I've given Shelley some time to think about the proposal. I wonder if she's made a decision. I see on the Salesamp sidebar, there's a voicemail from Shelley. Salesamp accepts and stores voicemails from the customer and makes them available to the Salesforce user.
Hi, Mark. It's Shelley. I wonder if you can give me a quick call. Talk to you soon.
Well, we should definitely call Shelley back. I'm going to simulate a call while I'm out of the office on my mobile phone, using the Salesamp mobile app for your favorite smartphone.
Hello, Shelley speaking.
Hi, Shelley. It's Mark. I got your voicemail. I'm giving you a call back. Do we have some news?
Oh, yes. Well, it appears that we are ready to place the order with you. I'll be sending you an email with an attached PO. Thanks, Mark. Bye now.
Bye, Shelley. Wow, that's great news. And you can see here that Salesamp even records remote calls in Salesforce. And since we're on the subject of mobile calls, I'd also like to mention that Salesamp can route calls to your mobile phone or another phone when you're not logged into Salesforce. Well, I'm going to go ahead and check my email now. Have a little confession. I'm using my own email to simulate email with Shelley. My goodness, Shelley is fast. I see the PO has arrived. I'm going to put this in Salesforce now with the Email to Salesforce tool. Now send this. All right, let's check Salesforce. And lo and behold, there it is. Okay, well, I think my job is done. I'm going to update the opportunity so that my finance people can review it and approve the deal. Well, this is about the fastest deal I've ever done. So I think I should really send Shelley a thank you email. And I'm going to do that using Salesforce's Google Apps integration supporting Gmail. Once this is configured, you'll see a Gmail link by every email stored in Salesforce. Clicking on this will launch a Gmail Compose page. Let's quickly check the activity log. We've just shown you a bunch of ways to capture real-time in-context information during social collaborations with your leads and customers while using Salesforce. And the great thing is, this is done without creating a lot of extra work or needing to produce manual reports. Now that we've collected all this great data, what do we do with it? Well, that's where our friends at Indice come in. They're going to show us a variety of ways the data can be leveraged. And with that, I'd like to introduce Craig Todd from Indice. Craig?